When I was a little kid, I would, like all locals, I exacerbated my mother. And she had two things she used to tell me when I was little. One was a question. It was, Matthew, why can't you just take no for an answer? And then she'd say, don't you know the meaning of the word no? And so I think, again, from a little kid, I've always been pushing the envelope, right? So that's kind of, I think that's probably one of the biggest reasons I'm successful in this business. My name is Matt MTA. I founded MTA Business Brokers about 3 years ago. And I sell companies for people who are looking to retire. I went to John Carroll University in Cleveland, have an econ degree. I always wanted to own a business. I used to say that next to being a baseball player when I was a kid, this is really what I wanted to do, right? Got out of college and I worked for a wealth management firm for a little bit, but then my sister and I bought back an old family business. It was a candy company into our family with the help of our parents, and we ended up shutting it down. But that's when I really cut my teeth on running a business. And I got into this business, some of the things kind of overlapped each other, right? So I'm a deal guy. I love transactions. I love things that are moving fast, that are risky, that could fall apart at any time. That's what I'm like. And I love to help people. And so I'm really fortunate to be in that space where I'm doing something that is kind of about who I am in terms of helping people, and then what I love, which is going fast and closing deals. I don't take every deal that comes my way because I look for the right client, the right fit, someone I think I can work with, right? Very, 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 very important. It's also important to me that the clients I bring on board aren't going to negotiate for every last penny, because selling companies is not about pennies, it's about commas. And so that's something I look for. So I think that helping them and walking them through how the value of a business is determined is, that's kind of the first thing I have to do. And then walking them through my process. And that process is designed to do a couple things. Number one, allow you to work and run the business while I worry about selling it. But number two, it's a process that's designed to have multiple offers at a date certain time that we can then negotiate. So I think it's those three things, right? So it's how do you value a company, it's educating them on the process, understanding if they have a wealth gap, and helping them understand how they're going to be in the negotiation process when the rubber meets the road and the pressure goes up.
Matt was very good at taking something that seemed big and very upsetting and breaking it down and saying, ignore this, I need this, and I'll deal with the buyer. He had no problem jumping in and dealing with a lot of things that really normally wouldn't fall into the broker or the banker's basket. He had no problem answering some of the hardest questions that some of the other bankers or other brokers maybe didn't answer so directly. One of Matt's quality is his transparency and his directness. He's the first one to pick up the phone that it's not working because of. So yes, these are really some of his very good quality. He's just generally a very good person.
Matt was a rock for me. He talked me off the ledge, I can't tell you how many times, and he understood the selling process and was very intuitive of what the actions of the buyers were. He was so prepared, didn't know anything about the dog care industry, but he did his homework. He researched, he took the time to get to know us, what we were looking to do, what type of seller we were interested in. It just came together well, and it was the best outcome we could have received.
You'll love working with me because you'll know fast that I have your interest at heart, and that you can trust me. We started an engagement together, we sell the company, you retire with millions of dollars in the bank, your life has changed. And that's what I do. I help people change their lives at the end of the day, and that's a blast.